Elizabeth Christensen, CleanFacts editor. I'm joined by Voda Cleaning and Restoration's new president, Laura Butcaris. Last month, Voda Cleaning Restoration appointed her to lead the fast-growing home services franchise. Laura brings more than 20 years of experience in franchising and national accounts, so most recently helping scale enterprise partnerships at college hunks. So her appointment signals a clear focus on accelerating franchise performance and expanding national account growth. I'm very excited to have Laura here today. So I'm going to let her take the stage. For those of us who don't know you, could you tell us your background?
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you so much for having me on today. So yes, I've been in franchising for quite some time. Prior to franchising, I was working in the fitness and wellness space, opening up, helping entrepreneurs open up their concepts. And when I moved to Florida, I found franchising and absolutely fell in love with it. So I did spend 9 years in the college hunks hauling junk and moving franchise system in various leadership roles, and that's really where I cut my teeth on in the home services field and absolutely fell in love with it, fell in love with the concept of franchising. And I'm so happy that I'm able to bring those experiences now over to Voda.
Oh, that's great. And Voda's in a growth period. It's grown to over 300 locations in 34 states in about 3 years of operations, which is just amazing here. So I want you to first tell us about Voda and its category positioning. And then can you speak about that growth and what's driving that growth and how Voda has been successful in scaling its franchise system?
Absolutely. And it is just an unprecedented amount of growth. And it doesn't feel when you're here like it's only a 3-year-old organization. So what's unique about Voda is that we're not just a restoration company and we're not just a cleaning company. We're both. So cleaning gives our franchisees, our franchise partners consistent repeatable revenue, helps them build a presence in their market quickly. It's a service that almost everybody needs at some point. Then on the restoration side, especially water damage and mitigation, it's often an emergency service. So it's a little bit more unpredictable, but it's very necessary to have us when an event like that does happen. And it provides it's a bigger ticket item. So you've got the combination of the stability on the cleaning side and the upside of the restoration side. So it's made it a very appealing business model for potential franchise partners. We're in a really strong category. These are essential services. Things break, things flood, mold grows, unfortunately, things get dirty. It's not a discretionary spend. So I think that has really lent itself to Voda having a lot of interest in the community and in our, potential candidates coming to wanting to join the Voda system. Also making it a little unique is these categories are traditionally it's very transactional. And at Voda, we really want to change that and focus on the relationship. So you'll hear us talk about the relationship a lot. Our brand is committed to doing things differently in the home services space and creating a more personalized and professional experience with our client base than maybe what might be expected in other home service categories.
Well, can you dive into what your role as president looks like and what your vision for the future of Voda is?
Absolutely. So I see my role really as an integrator, making sure everything and everyone is working together to support our business goals, which are all tied to franchisee revenue, profits, and satisfaction. We're growing really quickly, as you know, and we have more franchise partners at more stages of their business than we've ever had before. We have more team members that we've brought in to support that growth. Technology is changing. So a big part of my job is just creating clarity, accountability, removing obstacles for our team, removing obstacles for our franchise partners, making sure marketing, operations, our coaching support, our sales team, they're all aligned and focus on the same priorities. While also really thinking about the next phase of the business. Voda 3 years from now is going to look very different than it does today, just like it looks very different than it does 3 years ago. Right before this call, I was on a call with our very first owners to learn a little bit more about their Voda journey. I've been a part of franchise systems at this very stage of growth, so I want us to be ready for that. I want to be looking through the windshield, not the rear view mirror. So for me, that really comes down to helping our franchisees create more profitable businesses, making sure our infrastructure stays ahead of the growth, and really continuing to elevate the brand so that we're not just growing fast and adding locations, but really being seen as a leader in our category.
You touched on this next question a bit too, but can you share insights on how emerging home service brands are structuring leadership to support that multi-unit scale?
Absolutely. So a lot of newer brands, which I think is a shift, are realizing that if they want to scale, if they want to scale franchise growth, especially into multiple units, you can't expect your franchise partners do everything for themselves. And the focus also cannot just be on driving revenue. It's also has to be on creating healthy unit level economics, in other words, profits. So I think what you're seeing more of is more centralized support, things like marketing, call centers, recruiting, being handled on a more centralized basis or adding more support resources there so that our franchise partners can focus on executing and delivering great service. Again, a shift from focus on just driving revenue to actually helping and coaching franchisees on profits and making sure that they have a really healthy business and healthy cash flow. And then, of course, and maybe this never changes, a bigger focus on technology and data, because especially as folks have multiple locations, you can't manage everything manually anymore. So being able to provide systems and processes through technology that take away some of the day-to-day manual tasks is a really important focus in the home services space.
Well, and let's speak to some of the challenges maybe that your business has experienced in the past year. Have there been any, and how did they impact Voda? And then how did you guys work to overcome them?
Yeah, yes, there have been challenges, which is, a good thing. That means we're growing, right? I think, and everyone who's listening, I'm sure can relate to this. Labor is certainly a big one. It's an industry-wide challenge, not specific to Voda, but we are learning on how to navigate and how to best bring in. Our franchisees are only as strong as their teams are, so we're spending more and more time focused on helping them with not just recruiting strategies, but also retention strategies. So when we do find those A players, we're able to keep them and they're able to grow within the business. There's also just general demand unpredictability. There's always a need for it, but it can have some swings based on weather and larger events, and that's not always consistent year to year. So the way and even insurance in the restoration space, there's more complexity. There's can be delays. There's a lot of things that impact how quickly we're able to move forward on jobs, as well as just being able to manage our own cash flow. So we're really diving into that and focusing on the things that we can control, which is creating a strong focus on local relationships and networking. We may not be able to predict when the next weather event happens, but we can predict what types of relationships we're going to have that we can build now. So when those events do happen, they know who to call because we've already established those relationships. We have something that we call being mayor of the town, and it's all about that local networking and creating those relationships in your community. So Voda is much more than just a truck, that there's a face behind it. We're also, like I said, helping franchisees build stronger teams through recruiting and retention efforts, and getting really disciplined operationally so that when we do have a large event, or working with insurance company, all of our ducks are in a row. And then meanwhile, we stay focused on the cleaning side of the business that we know is a little bit less volatile.
Right. And you touched on this a little bit too, but where do you see the greatest growth opportunities for Voda this year? And what, if any, trends have you seen so far this year that you think would be positive for Voda?
Sure. We're continuing to expand in new markets, of course. We are mighty in 34 states, but we still have areas that we want to see a Voda pin on the map. So we are helping, obviously looking for new folks to join the Voda system while also creating pathways for current owners to be able to expand into additional territories and create that multi-unit growth and generational wealth for themselves. Another area we see as a big growth opportunity, as you mentioned at the beginning of this call, is on the national accounts front and those larger commercial opportunities. So we're building stronger relationships locally with a focus on business referral relationships and strategic partnerships with complementary service providers and like in plumbing and other home service brands. But on a national level, we're really leaning into national accounts. And I originally joined the Voda team to help launch the national accounts program, which we are now ready, on the verge of launching, and it's called our Voda Elite Program, and it really provides an opportunity for us to service national clients in a centralized way that they can then work with Voda locations across the country, but have a very streamlined and centralized way to work with us, and then be able to provide those opportunities. It's another revenue stream for our franchise partners that we're able to give back. So those are two, growing the network and growing national accounts and commercial opportunities are two really strong ways that we see that we are going to continue to grow into 2026 and beyond.
Okay, well, that even leads into the next question here. To wrap this up, what do you expect for Voda this year? And as we look ahead, what do you expect for the industry as a whole?
Sure. Well, for Voda, we expect, of course, continued growth, but doing it in the right way. So yes, more locations, but hyper focus on stronger performance within each of those locations, while also creating better infrastructures and support systems through our home office. I think we're going to be moving into a phase where it's not just about how fast we're growing, it's about how well we're growing, and how well we're able to support that growth. For the industry as a whole, I think you'll continue to see steady demand. There is still a need. We are a call that you don't want to have to make, but we're very happy if you make it with us. But there's still going to be steady demand for our business. We think we'll see continued consolidation. There's a lot of local players, but there's a lot of national players. So I think you'll continue to see more and more larger operators emerging. And I think you'll see a strong emphasis on the customer experience. Customers expect more. They want more responsiveness, a more connected experience, a more technology driven experience. And home services really hasn't kept up at the pace of other categories. And so I think that you're going to see a strong focus there, because it doesn't matter if in the past maybe home services were seen in a different light. Customers are expecting more, and so we need to meet that demand, and that changing customer. So I think you'll see that strong technology and customer centric focus.